I really got to give it to iPhone. I was wondering if I should use these headphones or just let it go naturally to the mic there. And I was just reflecting on how badass these cameras really are. Because it's like, you get a phone attached to your camera that you're really paying for. And this huge freaking screen, man. Back when I graduated from college in 2007, I adored my mom's iPhone that she had just gotten, and I was thinking, like, I want one of those. And then I think the iPods were capable of like showing video and stuff, and I wanted to get some sort of screen so that I could show people really fast like what I could render in 3D and show it off, like what skills I could do. Things have come a long ways since then, and I've put my energy in all different ways, but what I really wanted to just entertain y'all with is the first time that I saw Richard Hart. I don't know if I've already done a video about this, but I've mentioned it many times in places where it was only text format and it went without a bunch of eyes seeing. But the first time I ever saw Richard Hart was I was in the front room of my shotgun house there in my hometown, this place I'm renting in the downtown area, and I had just bought some Bitcoin at an ATM and had it transferred over to my wallet on my Android phone at the time. I think it was Android phone. If not, then it was this thing. And I was searching for answers, and Ivan on Tech was all loud and right in your face, and YouTube was pushing them in your face and everything. And there was this certain evening where I had taken up someone on an art project where they wanted to surprise their ex-wife that they had of quite a few kids with, and then a few stillbirths with. And so there were like 7 total. There was like 4 kids that made it and 3 kids that didn't, or vice versa. And so he wanted angels to be hovering over the back of like a family picture of theirs. And I don't know if this guy's like turned gay or like what his situation with his ex-wife is, but I was doing this art project, and I was doing a lot of God thinking, and it was, what was that, late 2017, Christmas time, because it was a Christmas present, right? It was right before the 20K Christmas, Bitcoin Christmas, where Bitcoin reached 20K and fell, and somehow I was online at the same time, and I think I was listening to 21 Pilots, and I never had listened to 21 Pilots before, but like I say, I was in a little bit of like God search stuff, and sometimes I just have to devour a subject, kind of like you coming across something on Netflix and you're like, okay, I just have to watch everything, binge it, and be done with it. So, and there's a lot to admire about 21 Pilots, right? I mean, they're way younger than I am, but I'm the type of person that points out negativities and whatever. Negativities in the world, the way things are set up, governance, yada yada. So, I mean, here we are, Hex, right? So somehow YouTube recommends a live video to me, and it's Richard in the dark with his candles, and he's saying that Bitcoin is dead. And I didn't want to hear it, but I'm used to listening to information that I don't want to hear, that I don't want to take in. So, you know, he stroked the cat the wrong way, but I took his opinions, I took his advice, I took his information, and I put it on the shelf as, you know, this is another person that's informing me of something. And, you know, he goes into little nooks and crannies and talks about things rather than just staying on the surface like Ivan on Tech and the rest of these people who were influencers, crypto influencers, who would just talk about, like, you know, there's so much potential here, there's so much potential. And then I just kept doing my normal gigs of working for the people that I was working for, architecture consulting, and going to Starbucks daily or another coffee shop and just devouring whatever information I could, watching the chart on Coinbase, because Coinbase was where it was that I started getting into on-ramping into cryptocurrency. And sure enough, man, Richard Hart was right. Bitcoin dipped all the way down to 35K or 3.5K. What was that, in like March, April? And I was buying a little bit here and there. I bought Ethereum, you know, because Ethereum had its delayed reaction to Bitcoin's dip. So I bought Ethereum whenever it was at 1,400 or whatever, right before it started falling. I mean, I poured quite a bit of money into these things, hoping that this was going to be a real fast dip in the market. But no, that was not a fast dip at all. And at this moment, I can't really remember what exactly happened. Oh, I had a Binance account, and at one time I loaded up on Tron. I thought from like one influencer that Tron was going to do something, and I'm so happy that I looked at that and was just like, damn, dude, you're an idiot, I said to myself. And I pulled out of that, and then it wasn't but like 4 months after that people started talking shit about Tron. You know, that of course you ran across like things like Phantom, things like Stratum or Strata. You just watched like Narrative and Steam. You know, you watch those things and you're like, yeah, I guess they have like a reason to pick up, but no one's switching off of Facebook onto Steam. So I don't know, I can't sleep at night if I recommend projects that are just shit. So all I did was just like talk to a few people about crypto projects, but I didn't tell people to get into it. And then Hex came around and I said, well, you know, Richard said that he was going to do something. He said, it's about damn time I do something. And I didn't know what it was going to be like. I didn't quite understand everything, of course, like I do now, from Richard educating us. But that's how a community is formed, of course. with education. But so Richard says that he's going to come out with a coin, and we didn't know at the time it was going to be a token instead of a coin. We didn't know necessarily that it was going to be on top of the Ethereum chain, I don't think. And I did my best attempt at explaining it on a YouTube video, and I posted it to a website that I created a thread on a forum to try to tell people who are in permaculture, like, hey, this thing is going to come out and it might be really cool. No one listened to me. A few people in the permaculture sphere, they visited the thread and said, like, oh, cryptocurrencies are a scam. And what could I say to that, you know? Like, yeah, they're immature now, but you just wait. This guy named Richard Hart, it's his time to shine. What do you say to that? So it wasn't until like after launch, and it started turning people's heads, and the whole community comes together, that then I have the freedom to be able to tell people, like, hey, this is something. There's an entire community behind this, and it's a financial tool amongst cryptocurrencies that are confused about what the hell they are. And I stand by that explanation, where in the crypto sphere, there's a ton of tech, and because you can divide it and hold it separately, there's supposed to be, I just spit everywhere, there's supposed to be a financial value assigned to it, but should it really have a financial value? But here comes Richard in making an actual financial tool. And then people are like, well, what does it do? And it's like, well, this is what a financial tool looks like. And today, actually, I was thinking about tweeting at Wales and asking him, like, how many different sectors or departments or portions of a company or funds or mutuals or whatever, how many different things working in tandem or together is it that Hex is replacing? Like, to do the same thing that Hex does in the real world, how many different bodies have to work together just to do what Hex does? I wonder. So anyway, I really appreciate the people who are interacting with me here on YouTube, and I love you, Hexicans. Talk to y'all later. I'll be here, guaranteed.